Evening, ma'am. Evening. Good evening, ma'am.
So this is the doubt clearing. Good evening. This is the doubt clearing session. Do you have any doubt on the first topic we discussed?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Is there any doubt?
Note to the
Notes class ta sarla pare I will give you the notes. Okay. So let us discuss some question, MCQ question, multiple choice question. Okay, from the first chapter, let us discuss some question. So I am asking some question. Please try to answer it. Okay. So the first question: who is the father of taxonomy?
Carlos Linnaeus.
Carlos Linnaeus.
Carlos Linnaeus. Carlos Linnaeus. Very good. Next question. Next question. The living organisms can be unexceptionally distinguished from non-living organisms. How can we distinguish the living organisms from non-living organisms? How can we distinguish? So the options are, I am saying the options. First option is interaction with the environment and progressive evolution. The second option, reproduction. Third option, growth and movement. The fourth option is responsiveness to touch. How can we?
First
First option is interaction with the environment and progressive evolution. This is the first option. The second option is reproduction. The third option is growth and movement. The fourth one is responsiveness to touch. So the question is, the living organisms can be unexceptionally distinguished from non-living organisms on the basis of their ability for, what is the option answer?
reproduction.
Reproduction. Anyone?
question पूछे
Okay, I am explaining the question. The living organisms, another one is non-living organisms. The living organism and the non-living organism, how can we distinguish them? Unexceptionally. Exceptional case no hai, unexceptionally. How can we distinguish between living and non-living organisms? So the option are, first option, interaction with environment and progressive evolution. This is the first option. Second option is reproduction. Third option is growth and movement. Or the fourth one, that is
growth or movement.
मैम आपन कथा किछि सुभा जाउनी.
मैम ऑडिबल होनी आपण म्यूट ही एजन
एबे सुबला.
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So question now through repeat करेंगे.
Yes
मैम
ma'am.
growth and movement.
First out the question. I am writing the question.
Yes ma'am.
मैम क्वेश्चन सब आप को पठेबे.
What will be? But I am writing the question. Okay.
Yes ma'am.
See, the video is the blackboard, whiteboard is visible to you or not?
Yes ma'am.
Yes ma'am.
Sir, visible.
First question we discuss. The first question. You can also write this question and answer. You can write the question and answer also.
Yes
Is
ma'am.
it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Clearly
Ma'am,
visible.
visible.
Please wait 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the voice audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Question. The first question. Who is the father of taxonomy?
Carolus Linnaeus.
Yes.
Linnaeus. Carlos Linnaeus. The first question answer. The second question that I was asking to you all. The second question. You can also write the questions also. The living organisms. The living organisms can be unexceptionally distinguished from non-living organisms. On basis of their ability to yes. So what will be the question is the living organisms can be unexceptionally distinguished from non-living organisms on the basis of dash. So I'm writing the options.
Ma'am, growth and movement.
I'm writing the option. The first option is that is the reproduction. The first option. The second one, growth and movement. The third option, responsiveness to touch. The fourth one, interaction with environment and evolution. So what will be the answer? Reproduction. Anyone? So I am telling the answer. The answer is this one. Responsiveness to touch. So we are living beings. So why the answer is this one? Responsiveness to touch, because we are living beings. We all are living beings. So we can how we can respond to a stimuli. Suppose somebody is touching you, you can feel it, a response to that thing. So all the living things can do that, but non-living things cannot do it. So this is one of the unexceptional case. So this is the answer. Responsiveness to touch.
Ma'am, say tinta kahi habon.
Growth and movement, that is normal thing. But see, responsiveness to touch means सब living organism रो एटा गोटे रहउछि ना नहीं, unexceptional thing. Unexceptional thing. मोटे कहै छी ना गोटे word, I said one word here. Unexceptionally. Okay, that means this is the answer, responsiveness to touch. So this is the second question. The third question. Now I am going to the third question. The third one. Which group of the third question? Which group? Which group shows the most extensive metabolic activity?
Ma'am, again कहबे question.
I am writing the question. You can see the whiteboard also. Is it visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Visible.
Ma'am,
I am
network
repeating
issue
the
ଟିକେ ହଉଛି
question.
ନା.
I am repeating the question. Which group shows the most extensive metabolic activity? Which group shows the most extensive metabolic activity? So the options. I am writing the option. The first option, plantain. Second option, animalia. The third one, monera. The third option. The fourth one is fungi. Which group shows the most extensive metabolic activity?
Ma'am, animalia.
Animalia.
Yes, ma'am. Animalia.
Who answering animalia? How many? All. Which group shows the most extensive metabolic activity? Which one?
Ma'am, Animalia.
Animalia.
The answer is this one. Monera. The answer is monera. Monera is the answer. Can you say what is? Give some example of monera. What are the examples?
Ma'am, bacteria.
Bacteria. Bacteria comes under this monera. So
Cyanobacteria.
bacteria and cyanobacteria, very good.
Look
So
in the
question is saying which group shows the most extensive metabolic activity? Metabolic means what? Anabolism.
anabolism, catabolism.
Anabolism and catabolism.
Of both. Bacteria has the ability of both. Monera. Example are bacteria and cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is an organism, blue-green algae. That organism can prepare their own food also. Okay. And also
Yes, ma'am.
bacteria, if you consider about bacteria, there are some bacteria, autotrophic bacteria, which can also prepare their food. So, from that case, if we consider, the answer is what? Monera.
Monera.
Monera is the
Monera.
answer. Okay. Next
Yes.
question. Next question. Question number 4. The next question. In taxonomy hierarchy. Today we discussed about the taxonomic hierarchy, the taxonomic categories. Families are characterized. Families are characterized by. So in taxonomic hierarchy, families are characterized by. First option, vegetative features. First one is the vegetative features. Second one, generative features. generative features. Third one, both vegetative and generative. Both vegetative and generative feature. The fourth one, none of these. In taxonomic hierarchies, families are characterized by option are vegetative features, generative,
Generative features.
generative, vegetative feature.
Generative features.
Both generative and vegetative feature. So let us first know what do you mean by vegetative and generative. Two features. I am
Answer
telling you.
triple eta habo. Ma'am, third item answer.
Third, both vegetative and generative feature. So let me first tell you what do you mean by vegetative and what do you mean by generative. Okay, vegetative means the body. Means for example, suppose we take a plant. Plant suppose. So in the case of a plant, the roots, stems, leaves, they are called the vegetative parts. Okay. Similarly, the generative parts are what? The flower. The flower are the vegetative parts. So in the taxonomic hierarchy, if we consider about the family. Family means what? Group of, what is family? Group of
Genus.
genus. Group of genus. That means if we consider a group of genus, for example, tiger. Tiger. The genus name is Panthera and the species name is Tigris. So is that organism, that tiger, we have to look after two characteristics of that organism. One is vegetative character, another one is what? Genetic character also. How genetic character means how does that organism reproduce? Sexually or asexually? And its vegetative structure, how does it look? It has hairs, it has a tail. Okay, so that are all the vegetative and generative feature. So the organism, if we consider an organism, we have to look after these two, means both vegetative as well as generative. So this is the answer to the question. The next question. The next one. The next question. Question number 5. The next one. Plants differ. Plants differ from animals. Plants differ from animals in having. Plants differ from animals in having the first option, definite lifespan. The second one, localized growth. The third one, indefinite lifespan. Indefinite lifespan. The fourth one, localized growth. Localized growth and indefinite lifespan. Plants differ from animals.
Ma'am, fourth option.
Plants differ from animals in having. First
Ma'am, localized growth.
Localized growth. Who said? Very good. The answer is localized growth. The answer is localized growth. There is a particular plants. There are some parts. Parts are there from where the growth period starts. So that is the answer. Localized growth. Plants differ from animals in having.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
answer is localized growth. Very good. Localized growth. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next question. The next one. Taxonomy refers to. Taxonomy refers to. Taxonomy. Okay. Option and write it. Then you will say the answer. The first option. Animal. Taxonomy refers to animal classification. Second one. First one is animal classification. Second one. Animal nomenclature. Animal nomenclature. Third option. Animal affinity. Animal affinity. Fourth one. All of these.
Ma'am, all
Ma'am,
of this.
all of these.
All of these.
Ma'am, all of these.
All of these. Taxonomy refers to animal classification, animal naming, animal affinity. Affinity means the relationship with each other. Affinity, and the last one is all of these. So the answer is
All of these.
Very good. The next question. The next one. Group of organisms. Group of organisms that closely resemble each other. That closely resemble each other and interbreed with each other. Constitute. This is the question. What is the question? The question is group of organisms that closely resemble each other and interbreed with each other. Group of organisms that closely resemble each other and interbreed with each other constitute the first option. The first one. Species. Second option. Family. Third option. Genus. Fourth one. Taxon. Fourth one. So what is the answer?
Species.
Very good. The answer is
Ma'am, species.
Species.
The answer is species. So group of organisms. Today we discussed in one section group of organisms. group of organisms who can what? Closely resemble with each other and interbreed with each other. The two markers, suppose lion and tiger, they are different species. Suppose there are two tigers. I said there are two tigers. They are of different species. If they interbreed or interact with each other, if they reproduction takes place, then there will be also another hybrid organism. So the answer is species.
species.
Next question.
ଭୋଗ ନାହିଁ କି କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଭୋଗ ନଥିଲା କିଛି ନଥିଲା
Mute yourself.
ମୁଁ କଣ ମୁଁ କିଛି ଭୋଗ ଦେଲିନି ମୁଁ ଭୋଗ ଦେଲିନି
Next question. Next question. Question number 8. Next one is practical significance of taxonomy. Practical significance of taxonomy. Practical significance of taxonomy. The first option. Classification. Second option. To understand diversity. To understand diversity. The third option. To understand evolution. To understand evolution. The fourth one. Identification of organisms. So what will be the answer? Practical significance of taxonomy. The significance, practically why taxonomy is needed. First option is the classification. Second option is to understand diversity. Third one, to understand evolution. The fourth one is identification of organisms.
Ma'am, to understand diversity.
Ma'am, to understand evolution.
And ma'am, classification.
Classification? No, the answer is
Ma'am.
identification of organisms. To identify some organisms, we need to first of all we need to identify, na? Then after only we can classify and then nomenclature. So first of all we have to identify the organism. So for that case only taxonomy. This is the practical significance of taxonomy. What is the answer? Not to identify the organism or identification of organism. So this is the answer. The next question. The next one. Binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature means, what do you mean by binomial nomenclature? So the first option, one name given by two scientists. This is the first option. One name given by two scientists. Second option is one scientific name having both genus and species name. Genus and species name. Third option, two names. One is Latinized. Other of a person.
Ma'am, one is
One is Latinized. One is Latinized and other of a person. The fourth option, two names of same plant. Binomial nomenclature means one name, first option, one name given by two scientists, one scientific name having both genus and species name. Third one, two names, one is Latinized, other of a person. Fourth one, two names of same plant.
ma'am double H.
Ma'am, option B.
Option
Ma'am, option B.
Option B, that is one scientific name having both genus and species name.
Species name.
Species name.
Right answer. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
the right answer. Very good. Now next question. Next one. ICD stands for. ICDN stands for. So listen the option carefully. First option is International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. The first one, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Second option, International Congress of Biological Names. The third option, Indian Code of Botanical Names. And the fourth one, Indian Congress of Biological.
Ma'am, option first.
Ma'am, option 8 habo.
First option. So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is the answer?
Ma'am
What
option
will
Ma'am,
ସବୁ
International
ଲେଖିଦେବେ।
Code of Botanical Nomenclature.
International.
Code of Botanical Nomenclature.
Very good. International Code for
Botanical Nomenclature.
Nomenclature. Botanical.
Nomenclature.
The answer is this one. International Code of Botanical Nomenclature.
Nomenclature.
ma'am ସବୁ answer ଲେଖି option ଲେଖିଦେବେ।
Option. Option I will write. So the second option, Indian Congress of Biological Names. Biological names. Third option. Congress of Biological Names. Fourth one, Indian Code of Biological Names. So what will be the answer? The answer will be the International Code for Botanical
Nomenclature.
Similarly,
Yes, ma'am.
another question. ICZN, if we consider this one, ICZN,
International Code for Zoological Nomenclature.
same answer.
Yes,
International.
ma'am. Ma'am, Code of Zoological Nomenclature.
Zoological nomenclature.
You have to write zoological nomenclature. So answer is this one. International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. So this is the next question.
ma'am
Now-
option ଲେଖିବେ।
Same option. Now let us go. Only here we have to write only zoological. Zoological names. Zoological in. And here also zoological. What is the full form? International Code for Zoological.
International Code for
International
Zoological
Code for
Nomenclature.
Zoological Nomenclature.
Now next question. The next question. Organisms show. Organisms which show or display. Which show or display properties of both living and non-living. Organisms which display properties of both living and non-living are the first option, virus. Second option, bacteria. Third option, protozoa. Fourth option, lichens. Organisms which display properties of both living and non-living are
मैम
virus,
प्रोटोजोआ
bacteria, protozoa. So what will be the answer?
Lichen. Virus.
Virus. The answer is virus. Virus is an organism which show both the characteristics of living as well as living thing. That means whenever it lives outside or in the air, it is non-living. But whenever it comes in contact with a living body, it becomes living organism. It is the organism which has two characteristics. That means it has both living as well as non-living. So the question was which display properties of both living and non-living. Both living and non-living properties. Which organism show?
Virus.
Virus. Now the next question. Next question. Cytotaxonomy. Cytotaxonomy deals with first option, cell structure and composition. The second option, morphological features. The third option, chemical composition. Or the fourth one, none of these.
Ma'am, faster.
Ma'am, faster.
Deals with cell structure and composition, morphological, chemical composition, or fourth one is the none of this. First one, very good. That is the
Cell structure and composition.
composition. Similarly, if you consider the next question. Next question. Question number 14. Classical taxonomy. Classical systematics. Classical systematics deals with cell
Morphological feature.
composition, morphological feature, chemical composition, or none of these.
Option B.
Option B. Very good. That is the morphological feature. Morphological feature. Very good. Now next question. Next one. The study,
Ma'am, 15 number question.
15 number. The study that deals with virus.
Virology.
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 Virology. Very good.
Ma'am, virology.
Writing the options. First option is virology. Second one is bacteriology. Third option is mycology. Mycology or saurology.
Virology.
Ma'am, virology.
Virology. Virology. So what will be the answer for bacteriology? Study about bacteria.
Ma'am, so study about bacteria.
And mycology means
Study about
Study about algae.
no, fungi. Study about fungi. And saurology. Saurology.
Ma'am, study about muscle.
Muscle. No. Lizard. Study about particularly study about lizard is the saurology. Okay, now next question.
Yes, ma'am.
Question.
Ma'am, muscle hobani.
Saurology na, muscle ra alga na. Mycology, myology, that's the myology. Myology.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next question. Study that deals with bones. Study that deals with bones. What is the answer? Option. Right option. First one is osteology.
Osteology.
Third one is hematology. Fourth one is neurology. What will be the answer? Study
Osteology.
about which one? Study about bones.
Option osteology.
Osteology. And what is the study about what is called hematology?
Ligament.
Hematology study about blood. Study about blood. And what is the neurology? What do you mean by neurology? Study about
brain and
brain and nerves. Study about nerves. This is the neurology. So this is all about next question. Next. Next question is which is the highest in the taxonomy hierarchy?
ma'am, kingdom.
Very good. Very good. So the answer is
Kingdom.
down. This is the highest. Similarly, next step will consider which is the Lowest in the taxonomy here is
Species.
Species.
species. Now, next question. Next question. Question number 19. Linnaeus. Linnaeus is who? Carlos Linnaeus. He is credited with Carlos Linnaeus is credited with option. First option. Binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. Second option. Discovery of microscope. Discovery of microscope. The third option. Discovery of blood circulation. Blood circulation. Fourth one. None of these.
Ma'am, binomial nomenclature.
Option 1.
nomenclature.
Option 1. That is the binomial nomenclature. Because it's credited with what he had discovered about the rules, about that binomial nomenclature, how to write the scientific names. So this is the answer. That is the binomial nomenclature. Now the next question. The next one. Living organisms. Living organisms are specialized for So the options. The first one. Presence of digestive system. The first one, presence of digestive system. The second one, presence of reproductive system. Reproductive system. Third option, ability to respond environment. And the fourth option, presence of respiratory organ. Presence of respiratory organ. So which one is the
Respirator रे R बड़ो लिखा हबो की?
Which one is the answer? Living organisms are specialized for first option, presence of digestive system, presence of reproductive system, ability to respond environment, or presence of respiratory organ.
Option C.
Option C.
Ability to respond environment.
Ability to respond environment. This is the right answer. Just in the first question or second question, we discussed about that thing that all living organism has an unexceptional characteristic, that is the responsiveness to a stimuli or touch. So the answer is ability to respond environment. This is a special characteristic because all living beings has digestive system, reproductive system, respiratory organ, but this is an important characteristic. That is the ability to respond the environment. Next question. So these are some important questions we are discussing related to the first chapter. That is the living world. Next question. Which organism, which one is not a living fossil? Living fossil. Which one is not a living fossil? The first option, crab. Second option, the first option is crab. Second option, peripatus. Third option, Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx. The fourth one, Sphenodon. Which one is not a living fossil? Crab, king crab or crab, peripatus, Archaeopteryx or Sphenodon? So what will be the answer? Which one is not a living fossil? You might have known about
third option टा ଟିକେ କହିବେ
Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx, it is an organism. So which one is not a living fossil? Living fossil या भितरु कोउटा नुहे. So the answer is, so what will be the answer? The answer is Archaeopteryx, the third option. Archaeopteryx. This is not a living fossil. So the answer is Archaeopteryx. Now the next question. Who discovered the six kingdom? Classification.
Carlos.
Six kingdom. Who discovered six kingdom? Classification. Six kingdom.
Carlos
Lush.
Six kingdom.
No, ma'am.
Who discovered six kingdom? Six kingdom system of classification. What is the answer?
किंगडम करथिले
Ma'am, this is five kingdom.
फाइव किंगडम करथिले
Sorry, five kingdom. Sorry. Five kingdom. Sorry. Five kingdom. Who discovered the five kingdom classification? RH5.
RX ट्रैकर
Now next question. Next question. Who discovered three kingdom classification?
ओपेलेंट
Three kingdom.
Heckel.
Heckel. The answer is Ernest Haeckel. Now, two kingdom classification.
Carlos Linnaeus.
Carlos Linnaeus. Okay. Now, last question. Last question to you all. who coined the term new systematics?
Julian Huxley.
Julian Huxley.
Julian Huxley. Julian Huxley.
Julian
Huxley.
Huxley. So these are some of the important questions today we discussed. So in the next section,
Note देबे.
Now only I will give. Don't worry about that. In the next session, we will continue a new chapter. Also, we will do some extra questions also. So this is for today's session. So thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you, ma'am.